Al, congratulations. Third season of Lopez versus Lopez on NBC.
The season in TV today, that is the equivalent to a season 10. So yeah, I'm very excited about being on season 3 of Lopez versus Lopez.
I know I watched it all the way since the very first episode two seasons ago. But let's hear it from you. Is what do you think is the secret to success for Lopez versus Lopez so far?
It doesn't, the secret to success for Lopez is it doesn't have manufactured heart. You have a genuine relationship between George and Mayan. It's got so many things going for it. You start with this TV icon, comedian George Lopez, and then you take the real life relationship with him and his daughter. You add this fun ensemble cast, but we have a genius little kid in Bryce Gonzalez. You got a cute dog, you got guest stars. I mean, it's got it all, man.
Now, speaking of a manufactured friendship, you play Oscar, who is George's friend on the show. But I'm curious, what is your real life friendship with George now
Oh
that
yeah, it's a real friendship. It's hilarious. I met George shooting another pilot, and I'd actually known him before, so we were known to each other. I got the part, and that went really well. It was a bar comedy where I had a similar role. I had 10 lines and I needed to knock them out of the park. So I did my job. And George, we were hanging out, and he looked at me. He's like, "You're going to play my friend on another sitcom." And when he got this, I'm playing his friend on another sitcom. But we play golf. I did go to his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame because I really look up to George Lopez as a comedian, and he's taking great care of me. So it's like he's a very good friend of mine, and hopefully, a lifelong friend.
so does real friendships like this helps with the chemistry on screen on a show like this between you and George?
Yeah, it does because I can really talk to him about we just had something he's going through, like and I do care for him the way a friend would care for someone. So what you're seeing again in a lot of our performances is actors who really do truly care about each other. So it's not a stretch when you look at somebody and you say, "Are you okay?" I'm really asking, that really it helps. These are true feelings that are being emoted.
So what is Oscar's journey for season three that you could actually tease us about?
Well, it's funny because scripts are still coming out, so I really the real answer is I don't know. But the answer for Oscar, it's like Oscar is great because it allows me to do so many different things. He's popping in and out of sobriety, like he's lives in a van, but he was a math award winner. You remember, and I'm sort of a genius, so I'm capable of a lot of clarity.
Now the band thing itself, it's starting to become a character because I notice, a lot more scenes are being filmed in that van.
Yeah, if you want to meet with Oscar, you meet in the van, so it's like, and it's always dressed as it's a working van. So it's sometimes in my bedroom, sometimes it's got boxes in it. It's a great little fun swing set for us to have.
Now the showrunners and the writers put you in many hijinks themselves. How do you get into these these roles and situations so easily comedically for yourself and the fun costumes you get to wear?
Such a huge fan of I grew up in front of a television watching Don Knotts and Rick Moranis and Martin Short. Those are my like three absolute favorites. But any comic that was comic actor that's on TV, whether it's like I mean, Michael Keaton was a comedian. He's one of my favorite actors. And so it's like, it's so fun for me to do silly and serious and jump into whatever the writers come up for me with for me. So I'm so excited to, but it, any acting takes a lot of preparation, even the stupid stuff. So I keep it silly and I keep it loose, and then I go in and I just do it. If you saw the pilot, um, of the first episode of this season, I get to do the silliest stuff. It's ridiculous. Dream sequences, I'm all in. The sillier, the better.
Yeah, I did see the pilot for this season, which is out October 18th, by the way. And it seems, comedy flows so naturally for you.
I love it. It's a dream come true to be able to work on this show with such great people and to do such silly stuff. Like it really can be very smart, emotional, and silly all at the same time. And that's the best comedy. It comes from a very real place. I love the silly stuff growing up. You think about Three's Company and Mr. Roper and then Mr. Furley and just all of the great comic actors you get to grow up watching. So I if I could even get close to or halfway to where those guys are, then I'm doing a great job.
And you've done many episodes already on this sitcom. A couple years ago, I actually sat in the live studio audience watching your one of your tapings. I watched the Christmas episode, in fact. So tell us about adjusting to live studio audiences. I mean, the comic timing is a lot different.
Yeah, just big laughs. You got to hold for laughs, and then you got to ride the wave of the laugh, and then bust out. But sometimes the laughs show up where you didn't even expect them to. They sometimes they open on me, and I haven't said anything, and they just look at my stupid face, and then they all start cracking up. So it's really fun, man. I love having the audience there. I think the what I've heard from the sound department and post production crew is they actually have to take down the laughs, then they compress the laughs. So that's why they seem fake, but there's nothing fake about it. You sat in the audience. There's big laughs coming because again, the writers are doing a fantastic job with this show.
You definitely ride that energy.
Oh, without a doubt. Like we can tell the good audiences, so far we've been really lucky to have great audiences, but you can tell the ones that come in, like the last episode that we just taped, audience was hot. And, you bring it. It inspires you to do a better job. So I work and work and work and make sure I hit all my points. And like there's a lot of like directness that's involved in multi-camera acting where it's just you really have to be precise in your turns and your choices, and your pauses or can lead to big laughs if you melt. They're perfect. So I strive for perfection, especially in front of the audience.
Well said. Well, let me wrap it up with one last question with you, Al. This is being the third year now on Lopez versus Lopez. Can you tell us how the cast are now together as a family? I mean, I feel like you guys are legitimately a family now.
Oh yeah, Shively and I are playing catch out inside of Bravo. If you ever take the Universal tour, you'll see out in front of stage 25, we're throwing a football to Bryce, and we're all hanging out together. We hang out after every single show. We are a legit, very tight group. It's you make friends on shows, but we're all very friendly with one another.
Well, Al, thank you very much once again for speaking to me about Lopez versus Lopez. It's always a pleasure speaking to you about this
Of
project.
course, anytime. Thanks so much for watching the show. I appreciate it. You got to come by to another one.
I will. Most definitely will. Thank you very much, Al. Next time.